Hey friends, this is the Miss Volfie from our Half Acre Homestead. Let's do some kids' paper crafts. Now you would be amazed at what you can accomplish with just some things from the dollar store. This I got at Costco. The kid in me saw this huge package of construction paper in every color, and I had to have it, and it was only $18. This came from my cousin's stash that I got all our Christmas stuff. Don't let the red color fool you. That's an autumn color too. Cookie cutters. Always glitter. Different sized muffin cups. Paper plates. Stuff. Pine cones, acorns, sparkly things, and shaped craft scissors. I also treated myself to this too. Now I've seen people do stuff with these fancy punches and all that stuff. Well, guess what? It's kids. And kids, one of the reasons we do crafts with children is to help their small motor function, okay? Get their dexterity going. So you're not doing kids any favors by, having everything done for them. This is basic paper and glue. Okay, the first kids' paper craft I want to do is a Thanksgiving placemat. Now, folks, this is really simple. This is, again, something you're going to want to put the stuff before your kids, give them the basic idea of what you're looking for, and let them be creative. And it's real simple. Okay, so here's our two main pieces of craft paper, one brown, one orange. We're going to measure across the top of our paper, and this paper just happens to be 11 inches. So we're going to mark every inch. You can do it fussier and finer if you want, but this is for kids, okay? So we want them to be, we want them to have as much fun without too much difficulty. Flip it over. And again, mark every inch. Now we're just going to go from dot to dot. And it doesn't matter if you use pen, folks. Why? Because we're going to flip it over. I remember making these, I can't remember what grade it was in. I think it was the 4th grade. But I'll tell you something, when kids, when the holidays are coming, kids get really wound up. And if you give them something to do, especially something that makes them feel like they're contributing towards the culmination of the holiday, then they'll be happy. You'll be happy. They'll be busy. You homeschoolers out there, you're going to love this kind of project. All right. So now we're going to leave. I'm just going to put a line across here because this is where I don't want to cut past. Okay? Now we're going to take some craft scissors and we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to cut right up the line. Now, I'm not sure I mentioned it throughout the video, but it's not just to keep your kids busy. If you have an elderly friend or a shut-in that you want to take a plate of dinner to, one of these handmade placemats done by your kids will tickle them pink. And if anybody remembers sitting at the kids' table, this is a great opportunity to get the kids to make all their own placemats and decorate their Thanksgiving table. Okay, so this is what your piece should look like. See, once you flip it over, you don't see the lines. All right, let's set that aside. And because our strips are going this way, we want these ones to go this way because we're going to weave it. So once again, only this way, we're going to mark our papers at the 1 inch intervals. And again, this time we're going to draw the lines right across because we're cutting the strips right off. Okay, that last set of craft scissors was really hard on my hand. So I'm just going to take this one and I'm just going to use an easier one for my hand to function with here. Okay, now this is where the fun starts. We're going to start and we're going to slip this under here. We're going to flip it over. We're going to make sure our end lines up. And we're just going to take a dab of glue right there to hold that into place so that it doesn't slip. And it's kind of just like making a lattice crust, only, well, somewhat easier. And this isn't just creative paper craft to keep your kids busy. This gives them ideas about how crafts themselves start. It wouldn't be difficult for your child to look at this and take the next logical leap to actually weaving. So our next one is going to start on this side. And we're going to put it underneath and slide it up. It probably would be easier with straight edged scissors, but you know what? It wouldn't be as pretty. A little dab of glue, little dab will do ya. And then we just repeat because we're starting at the opposite side. And going under where we went above before. I have basically done a basket weave, but the papers were the same size, right? So we have this edge. So now what we're going to do, we're going to flip this over to the good side, and we're just going to put some glue from our glue stick on there. And we're going to cover the ends. Our funky end that we've got cut. Not too bad, eh? Nice little placemat. However, I'm not satisfied with that. So, let's do something different. When you got cookie cutters, and whenever I go to Value Village, I always comb the wall. You know the wall where all the bags hang? Because I'm always finding cookie cutters. Okay, so let's put our placemat aside for the moment. We'll do a nice maple leaf. Now, if you don't have cookie cutters, use your kids' hands and then just cut it off here and put a little thing here. But I've got cookie cutters, so I'm going to go around the inside of my cookie cutter. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to resemble a leaf. What else do we got? We got any more cookie cutters in there that we can do? Now, just because you're only cutting one or two things out of this paper, folks, don't throw the scraps away. All right, and now we just cut out our autumn shapes. I don't know if it's just me or if construction paper has lost its brilliancy of color since I was a kid, but I thought we'd have some fun with glitter. Let's save that. Let's do the gold on the green. Our one green leaf, because it's fall and almost all the green leaves are gone. And you don't have to use a lot, just dab a bit of glue here and there, and just very carefully, just a tiny little bit of gold glitter. And all I'm going to do is the top of the acorn where the little cap and the stem would be. Like I said, you can get as creative or as crazy as you want. I'm going to do gold stars. Let's just do some veins. And we start decorating it. Using mostly your decorations to cover edges and stuff. And there it is. And if you really want to get fancy, you can get some colored markers and personalize the person's name throughout the squares. This is the Mrs. Volfie from our half-acre homestead saying, get your kids involved in the holidays. Not just by shopping and stuff like that. Get them involved in decorating. It's really simple. Some glue, some construction paper provides hours of fun for your kids. Take care. God bless.